In a wide green forest, where tall trees touched the sky and the sun painted golden light on the ground, many animals lived together peacefully. Among them were a lazy crow and a hard-working ant. The crow lived on the highest branch of an old banyan tree. His feathers were shiny black, and his voice was loud and proud. But there was one thing the crow hated more than anything else: work. "Why should I work when food can be found easily?" the crow often said. "All I need is luck." Below the tree, near a small anthill, lived a tiny ant. The ant was small, but her spirit was strong. Every morning, before the sun rose, she came out of her home and began working. She carried grains of rice, wheat, and tiny seeds, one by one, back to her anthill. The work was slow and tiring, but she never complained. One warm morning, the crow watched the ant from his branch. "Hey, ant!" the crow called out, laughing. "Why do you work so hard? Look at me. I rest all day and still survive." The ant looked up and smiled calmly. "I am preparing for the future," she replied. "When hard times come, I will be ready." The crow laughed loudly. "Hard times? Life is easy. You waste your time working." The ant said nothing and returned to her work. The carefree days passed, and the forest was full of food. Fruits fell from trees, farmers' fields nearby had plenty of grains, and scraps were easy to find. The crow spent his days flying lazily from place to place, eating whatever he found. Sometimes he stole food from other animals. Other times he simply waited for luck. Meanwhile, the ant continued her daily routine. Morning after morning, she worked. Grain by grain, her storage grew. Other ants joined her, inspired by her dedication. Together, they prepared for the future. The crow watched them sometimes and shook his head. "Such boring lives," he muttered. The change of season one day. The sky changed. Dark clouds covered the sun. Cold winds began to blow. Soon, winter arrived. The forest looked different now. Trees lost their leaves. Fruits stopped growing. The ground became cold and hard. Food became scarce. The crow searched everywhere. He flew to the fields. Empty. He checked the forest floor. Nothing. No scraps, no fruits, no grains. His stomach growled loudly. Days passed, and the crow grew weaker. His feathers lost their shine, and his proud voice became soft. One freezing morning, the crow sat shivering on his branch. "I was wrong," he whispered. "I should have prepared." A desperate search. Hungry and tired, the crow remembered the ant. She always had food, he thought. Maybe she can help me. With great effort, the crow flew down to the anthill. "Ant," he croaked weakly, "please help me. I have no food." The ant came out of her home. She looked at the crow kindly. "Where is the food you found during summer?" she asked gently. The crow lowered his head in shame. "I wasted my time. I laughed at you. Now I have nothing." The ant thought for a moment. She remembered the crow's laughter, but she also believed in kindness. The lesson. The ant brought out a small portion of grain and gave it to the crow. "This will help you today," she said. "But remember this lesson." The crow ate gratefully. The ant continued. "Work may seem hard, but it protects us in difficult times. Laziness gives comfort for a moment, but pain in the future." Tears filled the crow's eyes. "You are small," he